In today's video, I'm going to go through 10 ways that you can get the franchise disclosure document, also known as FDDs. 4 of the options are paid, and then 6 of the sites are free. So you can get the franchise disclosure documents for free on those sites. So let's jump first into the paid options. And at times it can be easier going the paid route if you don't have as much time and you want to access it in the way you want. But if you have plenty of time, probably want to check out the free options first. So first one is Franchise Help. Franchise Help's a bit pricey at $199 per franchise disclosure document. The nice thing is they allow you to sort by industry or alphabetically, and it's a good source for old FDDs, but not as good for new FDDs from 2020, 2021, and then even 2022. You have FranChimp, FranChimp.com. They have 4,400 plus FDDs, $5 per FDD, so pretty modest price. Better again for older FDDs as they have very few 2022 FDDs listed on their site. Then number 3 is FRANData. FRANData claims to have the largest database of franchise information. Unlike other sites offering FDDs, provided the consulting advisory work that they do in this space, they do understand the complexities of master franchisees, area developers, if there's multiple amendments. So they list a very thorough FDD database, not just on the franchisor to franchisee FDD, but they specify if there's a master franchisee in between, or if there's been amendments or potentially specific amendments filing in a certain state. So they include redlined FDDs, sub-franchises, single unit, amended FDDs, area development, multi-unit development, co-branded franchises. They have 8,325 FDDs listed on their site. It's the most I've seen so far, nearly double FranChimp's count, but it's pricey. You're going to have to pay $220 a pop, $220 to download an FDD, nearly 2,500 2022 FDDs, but a lot of those are revisions and updates of the 2022 FDDs, and I estimate that count to be less than 1,000 if you look just how many franchise brands are represented out of that 2022, as there's a lot of repeats and a lot of amendments that they had on their website. Number 4 is the FDDStore.com. So they have 7,396 FDDs available. 550 from 2022, which isn't bad, but there's other sites that have even more FDDs for 2022. They offer bulk pricing, so for $400 you get 10 FDDs, $40 per FDD. So it's better than FranData and Franchise Help in terms of pricing, but not as enticing as FranChimp, where it's $5 a pop. Now the next up is FDDExchange, where it is the sister site of the FDD store and allows you for free to view 1 FDD a day. You can also view more FDDs. I think it's 100 franchise disclosure documents every month, but you've got to pay $39 a month for that. And for some reason, it appears there's another 400 FDDs on the FDDExchange site, bringing the total for FDDExchange up to 7,876 franchise disclosure documents. The next up is FranchiseDirect. FranchiseDirect's an advertisement portal where franchise opportunities, business opportunities can advertise on their website. They have about 300 FDDs, and they say mostly big brands. Some of these FDDs are hard to get, where they're not registering in specific states, so you can't get them for free. And the next 4 resources that I'll be going through, and FranchiseDirect, as of today, September 2022, is not charging for FDDs. Wisconsin regulates the sale of franchises and requires franchisors to register in their state if they want to sell a franchise in that state. So you can go, we'll leave in the description section a link to the Wisconsin franchise database. Next up, California, again, regulates the sale of franchises. You have to register in that state, and they could be a great database of franchise opportunities, totally free. Both those sites, if you're outside the US, I've heard people having issues accessing. If you're in the United States, even if you're not physically in California or physically in Wisconsin, you should be able to visit those websites. Those are my favorite 2 directories for the state level. And then Minnesota coming on as the 9th option for you to visit, especially another free option to download FDDs, where you don't have as many franchise disclosure documents as Wisconsin, as California, but that's a good backup option to check if you can't find any of those other state databases. And then the 10th option, the 10th site to find FDDs, and again, it's free, is the Indiana FDD Database. We'll include a link to that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. These are some resources to find FDDs. There's FDDs for every single franchise brand out there. At least if someone's selling you a franchise, you need to be getting an FDD. These are some resources for you to get the FDD before you're being sold the opportunity, or if you're looking to do a further due diligence on competitive brands before you invest in a said franchise. An FDD is a great base document to have your hands on. So those again are 10 sites to check out. 6 of them are free. 4 of them you gotta pay. I hope you found this video helpful. Shoot me an email at patrick@vettedbiz.com if there's other franchise research tips you'd like us to review.